Hi, Les Druven with a video on how to measure model 2446 for course HVAC 1022. This is the ground floor, and we will divide up the ground floor rooms and areas into manageable shapes. So here we have the kitchen, family room. There's a powder room, a sunken laundry, living room, and dining room. Now you may notice that the name foyer is missing. However, you must still include a foyer in your calculation. So we will simply write in foyer. And that way you will have a room on your worksheet called foyer. Now I'm simply going to divide these rooms up into manageable shapes. So I'll start here with the family room. I just suggest that you make it into a nice even rectangle. Next we've got a powder room. As you can see, the powder room does have an exposed wall with a window, and so we will be required to install a heating outlet there. So we will calculate the heat loss of the family room, as the powder room. The sunken laundry is in this area here. The kitchen, I suggest you simply run this straight across like that. The dining room can come down and is divided up like that, and your living room can come down to this point. For the living room, as you can see, it does have this trapezoid at the bottom here. Once again, I suggest that you find this midpoint of the trapezoid, measure this distance, and call that the length of your living room. Measure this distance, and you call that the width of your your living room, and you will be close enough in determining the area for the living room. The foyer is, of course, a very odd area, so you may want to break that down. Perhaps I would suggest you create a right angle triangle here, and then that leaves you with this rectangle and then this large rectangle. In terms of the length and width for the foyer, I simply suggest that you measure this distance, call that your length, and then the total area that you have calculated by adding up the three different areas, use that area divided by the measured length here to get a mathematical width. For the kitchen is also an odd shape, but if you were to divide up the kitchen into two areas like this, you've got a nice even rectangle in here, and we've got a rectangle with a trapezoid, but again I would simply suggest that you find this midpoint of the trapezoid, measure this as the width, measure that as the length, and you will calculate an area for that space which, for all intents and purposes, is close enough for our heat loss calculation. Obviously, you'll add these two areas together in order to get the total area for the kitchen. Now, bear in mind that you've got the main floor as frame plus brick all the way around, including this part where the front door is. Then we've got this bit here, which is wall number 19, which is frame plus drywall both sides. And you've got this wall in here, which is note number 36, which is our frame plus block. As well, you will see that there is an optional door in the portion of frame plus block between the sunken laundry and the garage. Note that the sunken laundry is dropped down one riser or one step, and so that step will be typically somewhere between 7 and 8 inches. So you would round that to 0.75 feet, making the wall of the sunken laundry actually 8.75 feet. So make sure that you account for a little bit of additional wall because the laundry room is a step down.